everyone, welcome back to Wing It with Yonela, and I am Yonela. Today I'm starting a series called Navigating, basically. So I'll be in my 30-day challenge. I'll be speaking about about my experiences in navigating friendship, navigating employment or unemployment, navigating death, and just navigating izinto that we experience. So in today's video, I'll be speaking about navigating friendships. For me, quite recently, maybe in the last, say, 5 years, friendships have been quite a big deal for me. I know they've been quite a big deal, but especially in the last 2 years, they've been something that they have been something that I deemed very important. They've been something that I deemed very important, and I decided, let me talk about it. Let me talk about it, how I have my experiences in friendship, what kind of friend I have been, or I think I have been, because people experience people differently, and I believe that people whom I am friends with, or people who are my friends, or I'm their friend, they experience me very differently too, and they see me differently too, maybe how I see myself. And so I decided, okay, let me just talk about it, and it was in my plan. And basically, how my friendship, how I've experienced friendships growing up. I didn't really have friends. When I had one friend who was really someone special, she was my best friend. We used to do everything together, and she really carried me through. When I was part of her family, her mom, her brothers, they really liked me, and her mom really took me in as a daughter, because I also grew up without a mom, so she was sort of like the mother figure to me, and she was really like a very special person. Even though the person who was my best friend growing up, we're no longer on speaking terms, but she was a really good friend who really carried me through, and she really played a big, I'm saying really quite a lot, she really played a big role in my life and growing up. So I didn't, because I didn't really have friends, so whenever I go to Ekukuleto, or where my aunt lives, that's where my friends were at. So that's sort of where I had my childhood friends, if I can say that. And with that, we drifted apart, and only in contact with one of my friends. And growing up, we didn't speak much, and we didn't spend as much time as we did when we were children. And then I went into high school, and I say high school, I messed up friendships. So I had friends, I didn't, and then I went through changes, and I didn't have friends anymore. Or I had a few people who I chilled with, high school, who I chilled with, and one of them really moved into being my friend as I gotten older, and the situation now. But it was difficult. I really hated high school because of that. It was really, really difficult to have friends, to make friends, to be a friend, ukubone, it was very, very difficult, and I feel like I experienced some sort of bullying. And also the people who were my friends, I didn't consider them, yabona, because also I was in at a stage where I was, being a born-again Christian, and choosing my friends and all of that. So it really didn't have like the greatest high school friendship experience. And then I went, after high school, in one of my previous videos I mentioned that I repeated grade 12. So I repeated 3 subjects at another school, and I got people who I chilled with napayana, and it was good. I mean, it was good. It was nice. But they were all people of like different races, and it was like a good experience, but we didn't keep in contact after high school, yabona, and we all went into different things, and we went to different varsities. And then I went to varsity, and in varsity, for the first 6 months, I didn't have any friends. Like, I didn't make any friends. It was difficult. It was extremely, extremely difficult. So the first semester, I didn't make any friends, and then the second semester, I was able to make quite a few friends, at the residence that I lived in, and we became friends right through. And really, those were an amazing support system. I don't want to lie, like, they were understanding. They were people who no nonsense people. They were no nonsense people. They taught me how to be a friend. I think those were the people, like at varsity, those were the people who taught me how to be a friend. And what I mean by that, they taught me how to show up as a friend. I need to be a person who shows up as a friend, because most of my life I never really had to show up as a friend. I never really had to be unconditional, to be an unconditional friend. And they taught me, like, in as much as friendship is like sort of conditional, but you need to show up even if someone did you dirty, kind of, okay, they were sort of showing traits of being a bad friend, but when they need you, show up. And that's what I learned from them. Like, if someone needs you, you need to show up for them. And it's not always about you, but it's not always about what they did to you or whatever, but when someone is in need, show up. So those were the friendships that I had, and they really showed up for me. Like, my friends have showed up for me in amazing ways, in like immense ways, and I'll be forever grateful for that. And then also, like, outside varsity, I had friends from my church, and some of those friendships grew, and we became like a nice knit, like it's been I don't know how to say it, but I've really had amazing friends from church as well. And even though some are no longer attending the same church as I do anymore, but they are still amazing friends to this day, and I'm really grateful for those friendships. So now I know Nandas, that's like there's Tandicho. I love my friends. I love to say that I love my friends. But I realized ukubana I have not been the best friend. I have not showed up in some of my friendships because of the fact that I have different friendships across different platforms, but I have not showed up for my friends in ways that they've showed up for me. And that's painful. That's painful that I've not learned my friends' love languages. It's painful to me that the way that I've navigated my friendships were bad. I like that's the only way, like they were bad or are bad even now. Ukubone my communication has been bad. Uthetha nabo, reaching out, responding to messages, and I've really been bad at that. And I realized that some of my friends have needed me, and I was not able to show up in a way that they needed me to show up. Yeah, but in a way that I was supposed to show up, in a way that they've showed up for me. Yabana. So that has been weighing quite heavily in my heart, because I don't think I've been a good friend. I haven't reached out to some people, and with me, I really get anxious when I have to. Sorry, like this is a nervous laugh. I really get anxious when I get messages, voice notes, and sometimes I try to respond and then I get distracted and I forget that I was supposed to, and then I realize when it's too late, but like after a week or so, but hey, I haven't answered so and so, and I get so anxious, like the anxiety adds up, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't responded to Ubani, and I said, but I'm going to do it. So like that procrastination, and when I said, but okay, I'm going to respond, and then I don't respond, and then I'm like, okay, how am I going to say this? Ubani, like excuses. I don't have an excuse. So that has been really been making me feel really bad with some of that, and I think it's time I put myself accountable. Friendships are important, relationships, guys. Like friendships are really, really important. It's something that we need to invest time with, and if you feel like umdu is making you feel bad, or is making you feel like you're not valued, they're not reciprocating, you should let go. Yeah, and I mean, I'm scared of being let go of, but I think if that is a way in which someone can heal, or someone can, feel valued, then I mean, they should let go, even if it's me. And that's very hard to say, because I really am scared of letting go of stuff. I like hanging on to stuff. And it really breaks my heart when I have to let go, or when people have to let go of me. And when it's mind-boggling sometimes. So yeah, I think we really need to invest in our friendships. Like your friendships, guys, is your family relationships, and it doesn't the way that we forgive in relationships, we should forgive in friendships as well, because they are important. Like friendships carry us through. Like I remember, like last year, my friends really carried me. Like they were the people who carried me through, like thick and thin. Like when I was skating on ice, they really carried me, and I'm super, super grateful for that. So what I'm saying is, let's try to be good friends. Let's try to check in on each other. Let's try to reciprocate, the efforts that our friends put into us. Let's try. I know it's difficult because it's Yakulas, Badala and whatnot, and we have work, we have school, we have other lives, but let's also try to put effort. Kubani, let's try to be intentional about our friendships. Let's listen to our friends. Let's try to be there for our friends as much as they are there for us. Let's try to support our strong friends. Let's try to check up on them. Let's try to check up on them. Let's try to support them. Let's try to be there for them. I know I've been speaking, guys, but yeah, I think this is like a really important topic for me, because really I really value the people that we choose as family, if I can say that. So yeah, I hope that you take something from this video, to be honest, and I really hope that it makes you think about your friendships, value your friendships, make new friends, you know, value your old friends. Your friendships, guys, they can be rekindled. Come on, they can come together again. And let's just be intentional about it. Let's try to be better friends. Let's try to reach out. Let's listen without judging our friends. Let's try to be there for our friends. And yeah, thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you like this video, you share and subscribe, and comment down below what you think being a good friend is. Thank you so much.